This is Action News Sports Sunday, sponsored by Audi.
Eagles fans cheering for the Cowboys? What a strange Sunday indeed. Welcome to Sports Sunday. I'm Jeff Skaversky. How badly do you want to see the Eagles make the playoffs? Bad enough to root for the hated Dallas Cowboys today? Yeah, that's the tough dilemma Eagles fans are faced with, needing Washington to lose. Thank you, Dallas. It's hard to comprehend wanting Dak Prescott and Dallas to win, but here you go. Dallas's D dominates Washington, ended the first. Taylor Heineke absolutely destroyed by Micah Parsons, forces the fumble. Dorrance Armstrong scoops score, 37-yard touchdown. Dallas forces 4 turnovers. They sack Heineke 4 times. Perhaps a blueprint for the Eagles next week. He leaves with a knee injury, but it's not serious. He is expected to play next Sunday at the Link. Cowboys nearly collapsed, but they hang on 27-20. How about New York? They are a giant mess. Shorthanded in L.A. against the Chargers, 3rd and long. Justin Herbert goes really long. 59 yards, Jalen Guyton. Giants blown out 37-21. By the way, they host Dallas next week. So the Eagles, they're alive in the wild card. Tight race for the final spot. 5 teams stand at 6 and 7. Including both the Eagles and Washington. They, of course, go head-to-head twice over the next 3 weeks. The Eagles return from the bye this week with 4 games to go, none more important than Sunday against Washington, where Jalen Hurts is expected to return after that Gardner Minshew magic. The Eagles, of course, they need to be sharp here down the stretch. Jamie Apodi goes 3 and out with NFL analyst Ron Jaworski.
All right, first down on an Eagles bye week, Jaws, but we're still talking about them.
We're always talking football.
Always. How did the offense get going with Gardner Minshew under center, and how much should fans buy into the Minshew mania? I mean, he is the most famous Gardner that's mustached in this town, aside from Jim.
I like that. You've got to mention Jim as the #1 Gardner.
Absolutely.
We know that. But I thought what Minshew brought to the game against the Jets was more of a prototypical NFL passing game. You know, when Jalen Hurts is a quarterback, it's a little bit different. It's more of a read-type running offense, and Jalen certainly has done a great job running the football and throwing it very, very well. But when you watch how Minshew operates, he's more of the traditional NFL pocket passer. Drops back, goes to his progression, moves slightly in the pocket. In fact, on the touchdown play to Dallas Goedert, I thought it was a spectacular quarterback play. He didn't look to run. He looked to move and get the ball down the field. So I think it's a real positive when you have a veteran like Gardner Minshew who can step in and play if something happens to Jalen Hurts, or if you want to make a change to give the team a spark.
Is that a better fit for Nick Sirianni?
I really don't know. It took me, and I don't mean that sarcastically. It took me a while to figure out what Nick Sirianni's philosophy was offensively. We thought it was a passing team early, became a running team later. What's it going to be for the next 4 games? Stay tuned.
Ooh, I love this. All right, so second down. What bye week fixes does this team need to make on offense and defense? There's a lot of fixes, right?
We always need fixes.
Yeah.
I mean, the team is 6 and 7, 4 games to make the playoffs, so there's a chance. I think in the secondary, it has to be more consistent. You know, I'm watching that Jets game last week. The first 3 times the Jets have the ball with the rookie quarterback, they score 3 touchdowns. That defense is not good enough. The secondary has been inconsistent all season long. So, to me, that's the area you got to fix this if you want to be a playoff football team. Now, on offense, you know I love this. Those big guys down there. Big guys. I call them the big eaters. Those guys that, snot knockers will hit you down there in the trenches. Those guys are playing well. The offensive line has been absolutely phenomenal. There's a reason why over the past 5 or 6 games, the Eagles have dominated the National Football League on the ground. So big ups to the guys down in the offensive line.
So on offense, you just want them to keep running the football.
I keep running the football. Now, yeah, you've got to have balance. You know, I always got that word, the balance. I don't know what the ratio is going to be, but I think when you're running the football and all of a sudden you'll be able to put that ball out and safeties are running up and linebackers are running up, and then you pull that ball out, you have big voids down the field for the wide receivers. And, oh, by the way, get Devontae Smith the ball. We need some big plays. I mean, we're just not targeting him enough. Come on, coaches.
Well, listen to the man. That brings me to my third down point. What change would you like to see in the team's coaching philosophy? Is number 1, get the ball to Devontae Smith.
I mean, he's a playmaker. He's your #1 draft choice. He's shown he's got ability to be explosive, to make plays. You know, for a couple of weeks I've been harping about Dallas Goedert and Devontae Smith getting the ball. Well, we got Dallas Goedert the ball last week. What happened? Yeah, we get a bunch of these, right? That's what you want to do. Get Devontae Smith the ball. Get more of these because the big plays and points come out of the passing game. Now I'm lecturing.
No, it's okay. You're lecturing and you're gesturing and you're doing the workout. All right, here we go. Finally, fourth down, Jaws. What's your final record prediction? Which games are the Birds going to win? Which will they lose? And will they make the playoffs?
You know, I was working with my crystal ball last night.
Okay.
I got it all figured out. We split with Washington.
Okay.
We beat the New York Football Giants.
Okay.
It comes down to the final game of the season, Jamie. The Dallas Cowboys, Lincoln Financial Field. The Eagles need a win to go to the playoffs. They get the win and go to the playoffs at 9-8.
Oh, I hope you're a soothsayer.
I am. I'm very
He
confident.
says it.
I'm very confident.
I like that crystal ball. Eagles finish 9-8 in the playoffs. It would be a Christmas miracle. All right, we're not done talking Eagles. ESPN Sal Paolantonio will join us. Plus, nothing goes right for Jay Wright and Villanova today against one of the best teams in the country. First, our play of the week. From Rutgers, they upset number 1 ranked Purdue Thursday, trailing by 1. No time left. Check out Ron Harper Jr. through traffic. He lets it fly. Wow, Rutgers walk-off winners. They rush the court at the rack.
Sports Sunday, sponsored by your Delaware Valley Audi dealers. Go confidently with legendary Quattro all-wheel drive.
I mean, I guess we could, well, how about we could, hold on 1 second. Mark, what if we just take out B5, that lead-in, or does that not do much for us? Like if we just, okay. Or if I shorten Nova on the fly or no? Okay. 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 Okay.
Action News Sports Sundays Beat the Spread is brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. More ways to win.
Back on Sports Sunday, the Eagles shot to make the playoffs, around 39% to get the wild card spot, only a 1% shot of winning the NFC East. So can the Eagles get on a run, a little late season magic? Hey, we've seen it before, 2018 and 19 they did it. Those teams combined by winning 7 of 8 down the stretch. Here's ESPN's Sal Paolantonio on what the Eagles need to do to make another run.
Jeff, the Eagles have a chance to make real history in the final 4 games of the season. Nobody expected them to make the playoffs. That's exactly what they're going to do. Here's the blueprint. Number 1, run the football. The Eagles enter Week 14 of the NFL season, the number 1 rushing offense in the league. Don't overthink it. Run the ball. Number 2, protect the football. When Jalen Hurts does not turn the football over, the Eagles win. It's simple math. And number 3, blitz the quarterback on 3rd down. Jonathan Gannon has done a very good job of sprinkling in 3rd down blitzes, corner blitzes, safety blitzes off of the edge. They are working. I know it took him forever to figure it out, but it's working, so keep it going right down the stretch.
Thanks, Sal. It should be a great finish. Speaking of great finishes, what a finish today in Tampa. Tom Brady and the Bucs tied in overtime against the Bills. Epic Brady to Brashad Perriman. And he's off. Watch him go. 58-yard touchdown. It's not only the game winner, but it's Brady's 700th touchdown pass. He also becomes the NFL's all-time completions leader. Brady leads Tampa to their 4th straight, 33-27. Chiefs, Raiders, some brotherly love between Andy Reid and Deshaun Jackson, the former Eagles. They still love each other. The Chiefs, they're not going to love this. The Raiders jumping all over their logo at midfield, and perhaps a little karma here for KC. First play of the game, Josh Jacobs stripped. Mike Hughes scoops, scores, game. Reid and the Chiefs win by 39. Big Red, he's red hot. They have won 6 straight. Jay Wright and Villanova, they had this game circled on their calendar today. Second-ranked Baylor, it's a big one. Remember, Baylor knocked them out of the NCAA tournament last year. This one, it's going to haunt them too. Nothing goes right for Jay Wright and Villanova at Baylor. Defensive mistake here, Jonathan Chamwa, Chachua. And Wright is livid. The offense maddening. They shoot only 22%. Worse since he took over the Wildcats. They score only 15 points at the half, fewest in 10 years. Second half, still nothing. Brandon Slater blocked. Wow. All Baylor. Nova loses by 21. They score only 36 total points, their fewest in 42 years. Sixers in Memphis tomorrow. Of course, no Ben Simmons. Sources confirmed to me this week the trade talks for Simmons have heated up. The Sixers have engaged with teams about 2- and 3-way trades to bring back a star or impact player. ESPN's Stephen A. Smith tells us the Sixers, they have to be patient.
He's an elite defensive player. He would be in a conversation for Defensive Player of the Year most years. That's how gifted he is. And to be his age and to be 6'10", with the ball handling skills that he has, along with everything else that I mentioned, you don't give him up for just anybody. You have to give him up for some multiple bona fide pieces or a flat-out superstar. That's what it did require at the beginning of the summer. But because of these issues that have percolated, now any team is going to use it as an excuse to say, we don't know what we're getting. So the Sixers' asking price has to diminish to some degree in order for them to be able to get rid of him for at least something very, very respectable.
Daryl Morey has said this could go on for years. Let's hope not. Make a deal, make a good one, and be done. All right, we're done tonight. That is it for Action News Sports Sunday. We'll see you next week. Good night. I'm Jeff Skversky.